Okay, this is going to be a guide on how to use Mendeley in online Word in order to cite things. So you can, I already have it popped up here, but so this is going to be an online Word document that I am working on as a publication. And so I want to not have to deal with references and citations. I don't want to drag stuff in as this and then have to edit it if I were to submit it to a paper that doesn't use MLA, if they use Chicago or they use Vancouver or whatever. I don't want to keep track of that. So I'm going to use a reference management system, and it's in this references tab, and then it's going to be in Mendeley Cite. So I'm going to open up my Mendeley Cite. I've already logged in, so you can already see the stuff that I've done. So these are already papers that Mendeley already knows about for me. For trying to fill this in, I went and got a thing. I found a citation for wood ducks, and I know that wood ducks have an incubation of 31 because this paper told me to. Or told me that's the case. So what we got to do now, though, is we have to actually pull this citation out in a way that we can actually use it. So a way to do that is to find a output, or somewhere along on this page there's going to be like a cite button. So you can find it here in this one because it's actually kind of, I zoomed in and it kind of janked up. But you can find a cite button, and that cite button, you could just copy and paste this, right? But then that would mean that if I were to submit to a different paper, I'd have to go back and refix all of those. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to export them as one of these tools. Mendeley can do all of them pretty well. It can do all of these, not just RIS, but I use RIS. So then now I have an RIS file that I've just downloaded, and that's basically all of this information, but coded to know what each thing is: a name, a year, a title, etc. And then what I'm going to do is then I'm going to open up and drag this citation into Mendeley. So I'm going to pretend like I'm going to it for the first time. So mendeley.com, and then you'll sign in and have an account, and then you go to your library. So you can actually, I already have my library open, so I'll close that one. And these are other papers that I've already in the process of citing, but this is teaching Word what papers I'm actually care about. So I'm going to drag this citation in from my downloads history and drop it into here. And of course now it's going to choose the time to brick and not work, but other times it will just pop up and populate right there. Occasionally, what you might have to do is you have to go in and manually add it. So of course it stopped working. You can go in and manually add it, or you can just go and import it specifically from this RIS. And of course I clicked cancel. Whoops. So now it populates the maternal effects in wood ducks. So now I have that info on wood ducks. So now if I go back to my Word article that I'm in the process of writing, I'm in online Word, and you can see it hasn't popped up here yet. Normally it's going to pop up, but I think it's being a little bit cranky right now. I can refresh it, and then now this maternal effects is going to pop up. I'm just going to select that I want to submit this one and insert it right here. Now this has been added, and I can create a citation page that is all of these citations. So if I want to go and find other things, I'll go and search for, I know this is the paper that I'm looking for, and so I'm going to go to Google Scholar and search for this sort of thing, find that citation. I'm citing this book. A lot of times it's going to just automatically pop up right here, and then you'll be able to just draw the reference out of this. Google's being cranky with me right now for whatever reason, so sometimes what you might need to do is you might need to go to the actual article and then find the citation button like we did previously. And that's how you go about using this. It's a really good tool. It's going to save you a lot of time.